A lot of people have forgot who they are. Great evening, everybody. It's Camille Aiko coming out of Cincinnati, Ohio, to inspire you to live the life that you love, spiritually, mentally, physically, and financially. Y'all, one of these days, I'm going to do my hair again, but until then, we're going to put it back in a bun. See, my nieces and nephews thought it would be cute if we had a water fight and decided to get me wet. And so, therefore, this has been my hairdo ever since then. But I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys more about the 15 invaluable laws of growth. Hey, what's going on, Serena? But yeah, I wanted to talk to you about that. So tonight we're going to be talking about the law of awareness. Yesterday we talked about the law of environment. Tonight we're going to be talking about the law of awareness, and it's going to be quick. But I think a lot of people have forgot who they are, right? Like when we're younger, we have this, I want to be this when we grow up. You're right. We're always asked this question. We're forced to think beyond where we currently are to where we want to go when we're younger. But then it's kind of like when we get older, we just put everybody in this box and this is what you're supposed to do. And if it doesn't go this way, then you're not fit for society in a sense, right? You become that outcast. And so we have to get back to a place of really knowing ourselves and really knowing our passions and knowing where we've been so that we can know where we are, to know where we want to go. So in the book, The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth by John C. Maxwell, he begins to tell a story about a man named Henry M. And he had a bad case of epilepsy. So they did this surgery on him on his brain. And so it was good because he stopped having the epilepsy episodes. However, with it, it took away his short-term memory. And so every day he would begin the day like he didn't know anything. He didn't know what was going on, right? And because of that, he didn't really have a sense of direction. And I think so many, hey, what's going on, Marshawn? So many of us we're out here in life and we don't have a real sense of direction, right? We don't know where we're going anymore. We're just kind of doing the mundane. We're going to work. We're paying our bills. We come home, we watch TV, then we go to bed, we complain about having to go to work in the morning again. And it's just like this vicious cycle, right? But we have no real passion, no real zeal about life. And so he says that to grow, you must know yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses, your interests, your opportunities. You must be able to gauge not only where you've been, but where you are now. To reach your potential, you must know where you want to go. So really, guys, search yourselves. Do you know where you want to go in this life? Do you know what it is that you want to do while you're here in this life, right? Are you okay with the life that you're living right now? Is it fulfilling? Is it purposeful? But he says there's 3 types of people. Number 1, people who don't know what they like to do. And then number 2, the people who know what they would like to do, but they don't do it. And then number 3, the people who know what they like to do and they do it. And those people number 3, the people who know what they like to do and they do it, those people are fulfilled people. So guys, what is it that you're passionate about? What are your opportunities? What is it that you like to do? Pay attention to your passions, all right? And let me see if there's anything else that I wanted to share real quick with you, because like I said, this is going to be a quick video, but I think for the next couple days, I'm just going to share a chapter of the book with you, kind of a brief synopsis, right? So how to find your passion and purpose. Do you like what you're doing now? We kind of already talked about that, so I kind of jumped the gun. And then what do you like to do, right? So you kind of have to marry those 2 things together. And then can you do what you would like to do? So if you're not doing what you like to do, can you do what you like to do and actually, make some money from it as well? And so these are the things that you really have to begin to think about. Some of y'all don't even know what you like to do, right? You don't know what you're good at because you're not aware, right? You have to be aware of yourself. You have to know yourself to grow yourself. All right, so I'm going to skip over and I'm really just going to go to the back. At the end of the chapter, they do the different assessments. I'm sorry, y'all. I've just been forgetting these past couple of days to put my phone on do not disturb. All right, so applying the law of awareness to your life, right? How do you become aware of yourself, of who you are, so that you can go where you want to go, right? So the questions in this chapter are designed to prompt you to know yourself and get on course to do what you're made to do in life. What were you made to do in life? What were you made to do in life? Because some of us are settling. Some of us are absolutely settling. You know you've been called to do something more than what you're doing. Maybe you haven't identified it and you're settling, and it's time out for that. I don't care how old you are, whether you're young or whether you're old, it is time out for settling in your life. It is not too late. If God called you to do something, rise up and make it happen. So here's a streamlined version of the questions. Spend a significant amount of time answering them so you have a plan of action to follow when you're done. So he gives 7 questions for you to ask yourself so that you can become aware of who you are and you can become the fulfilled person that we desire to be in life. So number 1, what would you like to do? What would you like to do? And you guys can write this down, okay? Or come back and watch it on replay, but really take some time to really analyze this and figure it out for yourself. Number 2, what talents, skills, and opportunities do you possess that support your desire to do it? I'm going to repeat it. What talents, skills, and opportunities do you possess that support your desire to do it? Number 3, what are your motives for wanting to do it? What are your motives for wanting to do those things? Number 4, what steps must you take beginning today, right now? Don't wait, okay? Don't go to bed without pulling out a journal, a pen and paper, and answering these things and saying, okay, what can I start to do today that's going to change my situation so that I can be a person of growth and not a person stagnated? All right, so what steps must you take beginning today to start doing what you want to do? Then number 5, whose advice can you get to help you along the way? Whose advice can you get to help you along the way? See, guys, once you understand what the skills that you have are and what you like to do and what your talents are, identify someone who is further along than you, who's successful, who does what you want to do with excellence, right? And then go to those people, and sometimes you can get to them in person. Some of them, thank God for technology. You can watch them through technology, right? Or you can listen to them. But go and study these people. When you're listening to podcasts and you're listening to YouTube videos and you're listening to Facebook Lives, start looking at it from a way of how can I learn from them versus being entertained by them, right? Look at it from a perspective of, if I have to teach what they just did, what would your notes look like? Right? It will look a little bit different if you're taking just personal notes to kind of apply to your life versus, okay, if I got to watch this and then teach this in 30 minutes, I'm going to have to take some different notes, right? You want to really study these people. All right. So whose advice can you get to help you along the way? Number 6, what price are you willing to pay? What will it cost you in time, resources, and sacrifices? See, and that's another thing. We have to be willing to sacrifice. We have to be willing to give up something. And we can't always just want it the easy way. And what happens when we just take the easy way is we don't like the life that we live. It's like we just succumb to the simple things because of a false sense of security. But one thing that this pandemic has really shown people is that thing that you think is secure really is not secure. And that's why I call it a false sense of security. But when you're walking in your calling and you're doing what God has had you to do, then guess what, baby? You're always going to be taken care of. Okay. So, what price are you willing to pay? Everything's not going to come easy, all right? The things that last long, you're going to have to work hard for those things, right? The things that you feel most proud about, most happy about, just think about it. It's things that you worked for. It's not things that people just handed to you. You're like, no, I worked for this. I put work into this. I prepared for this. I studied for this. I did the work. I put in the effort. Those are the things that we're most proud of, right? Okay. So number 7, where do you most need to grow? Where do you most need to grow? So you must focus on your strengths and overcome any weaknesses that would keep you from reaching your goal. And I know, guys, it can be a daunting task to really look at yourself and identify the weaknesses and be real with yourself and say, okay, I need to face this. And you might have to be vulnerable. You might have to be open with some people so that you can get the help that you need. And I know that it feels uncomfortable, especially in this day and age of social media where life is perfect and everybody is perfect, but really everybody is not. And so you have to wipe that out of your mind and say, okay, I am willing to really take an introspective look at myself, at my life, identify my strengths, identify my weaknesses, and then get to work, right? So guys, hopefully that will help you to truly become aware of who you are so that you can grow to get to the point in your life of where you want to be. So that is my time on tonight. I'm about to go eat me a little snacky snack and drink me some water. All right, and just kind of unwind. So you guys have a fabulous, fabulous evening. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much, Sabrina, for sharing this video. And I'll talk to you guys later. Camille Aiko out of Cincinnati, Ohio, inspiring you to live the life that you love, spiritually, mentally, physically, and financially. Bye-bye.